All right, welcome everybody to the week 9, Friday, Monday, Wednesday program design review. This is a workout that is 30 seconds on the clock, 10 seconds rest, 4 times around the room. As a reminder, we are going to be giving you suggested warm-ups, just to try to mix up your warm-up and challenge you to add more to your library. We also, when we have the yellow highlights are, um, what is your purpose? What is an opportunity that you have for engagement and entertainment at the stations? Green is possibly where you want to start. Remember, the better you start, the better you finish. So we want to make sure that we are starting where we're going to be needed most. And orange is just something where I may highlight it orange because you need to either consider your space, your equipment, or if your majority, maybe this isn't like the move for the majority, maybe the alternative is more the move for the majority. So that's something that you'll have to break down according to who you're training, because every location attracts a different demographic. The older I get, the more older people I attract. I don't know how that works. But here we are. So Jeremy, take us away and I'll take the notes as you break it down, man.
All right, so here we got 30 on 10 all. This is Friday, Monday, Wednesday. A hip bridge, dumbbell, chest press. I'll recommend keeping it lighter weight for this, especially with the fly in there. Chest press with a fly, so utilizing a fly. Focus on lighter weights. Obviously, the fly is too much on the shoulders. To make sure that they can just stick with the chest press. A key with the fly. A lot of times people like even lateral raises, rear delt flies. People want to fully extend their elbow, where that's going to put more stress on the shoulder. Really try to focus on coaching up a soft elbow. Even with this, making sure like the top of their upper arm connects the floor, and that's when you come in like you're giving a bear hug. Like you don't give a hug like this, right? You give a hug like this. So keep your arms, elbows soft. Still get that length of the pecs as you come and get that squeeze and then come back down with that press. Very important because you see people like they just drop their arms like this, and that's no good for the shoulder. All right, so keep that soft elbow. And keep it a lighter weight, especially on this one. It'd be 30 seconds a little bit. It is faster, so I don't want them to wait there or try to play around with the weights to get up on their shoulders or get back in that wrist motion. So again, lightweight with this one, be the focus, and get more repetition within that 30 seconds. It is a good station to start at because people might need to be spot because you are going to have to want to go heavy. So help them get the weight up there and then spot them. So it's a good spot, a good way to have an actual touch, challenge somebody. With this, I would keep a box around too, so people that want to go down to the floor, they can lay back on the box and still conquer the same movement with the chest press and the fly. They have like the benches. I know some people got some of the fit benches. The green black benches have those out too. So if they don't want to go down to the floor, they can just lay back on the bench with this exercise. Um, Rope shakes with a jump squat is a unilateral one. So going around 4 times, you hit both sides twice with the arm. Aiming points, right? So you have your hand up so that a target when you're doing the shakes. Added a song on this too, like crisscross making jump. Since you're gonna have a jump squat going on with that shake for a presentation, you can do that too. Shake Sonora, shake your body, right? Yeah. Give a target with this as well. And again, like we're going off 4 times, so you don't have to switch them halfway. Then just switch up the arms, hit both sides twice. Same with the kettlebell split stance hinge. I like doing hinges like going towards the wall because I feel like still people like to squat more than they actually are bending. So it's giving the aiming point to get both butt cheeks. Always preach to get both butt cheeks on the wall. So you should feel both butt cheeks touch the wall as you go to a hinge motion. Bring your foot on the back of the wall. Uh, I don't know how some locations might have it'd be a little harder to get the wall space, but if you can find a wall space, it is a great way to again when you want to really emphasize the bend, right, to make sure they're bending back and their butt's hitting the wall. So it gives them the aiming point to make sure they are going. It is only going as far as your hips allow you to. So you see a lot of times people might go into a deadlift and they go down too far and their back starts around. as you go to that bend, your butt's gonna only go back as far as it can because it's gonna hit that wall, and that's probably where you should stop and come back up and reset.
So
So
if
it's a good
you're
way to
if
teach the
your
bend.
kettlebells aren't like near a wall, would you say maybe just put your hand there and have people aim their butt towards your hand each time, or?
I don't know about all that, but
Both butt cheeks. Both.
I mean, if Cindy's in there, go right ahead, bro. You know, but you know,
Good job.
I want to pull the Jerry Jones on anybody here, you know. So,
We
but if
don't
you
have.
have that, I think it is a good point. Or if you, it is an easy one too. Like if you have someone that has good form on their brand, they don't need it. But if there's someone that you see that is struggling with it, use that wall, you know, as a coaching tool opportunity. So if you don't have the wall space for it, notice if you see someone that does struggle and they are squatting more, you know, challenge that person to go to the wall or a wall space to utilize it, and maybe even not with a kettlebell, maybe just with their body weight, so they can really feel um, the form of, you know, a hinge rather than a squat.
Mhm.
Hopscotch, take you back to your grade school days, right? A lot of fun. You can do both legs, single leg, you get a little single leg balance in there, agility, plyometrics, you go to a single leg hop. Obviously lower boxes for this one. So if you are working with the box on this one, make sure they are lower. And the single leg hop is not for them. Obviously, do this single leg step up. And they can hop as they come onto the box instead of hopping actually onto the box. As they step onto the box and then hop at the top. And again, I would focus on staying on the same side for round one, round two, hit the other side, go around four times, you get both sides twice. But encourage like speed on this one. Encourage like obviously, you know, power, landing soft, right? You're gonna get again a lot of stability work on here by the single leg. But if the person is not able to or should be doing that, just really focus on just stepping up, still getting that single leg balance, but avoiding the jump. Even if it is a class, you notice that we have more ones in it. Um, instead of even showing the jump, just show the step up and avoid that altogether. And again, make it a coaching moment to progress anybody that's in the session that you might be able to see that can handle that movement, right? So
Mhm.
you close the door. Yeah, one going on out there. So yeah, so that one.
Jeremy, I'll share something that Andy just said as we get to this side plank real quick, because it
Yeah.
could be for more than just our location. I know you have your kettlebells by a very nice wall where you have your, wall slams and things that happen over there as well. Our kettlebells are not in that area. What what Andy was saying was, he said maybe we could do our side plank and our hamstring curl on a stability ball so that we can utilize our wall like what Jeremy has, to really get that kettlebell emphasis of touching your cheeks to the wall. You're getting your butt back there, teaching a good hip hinge. So I know a lot of people don't hip hinge very well, so it could be worth it to, make sure that you're prioritizing getting a wall space to do that. And so as you do this side plank, that's an option, right? Something
Yeah,
you
and I
can.
was gonna say that too with the side point too, because it's again it's quicker transition. So like even getting down there, getting your foot inside the fandles could be a hassle. So like if you can, you know, create another spot. You know, I know we're using plow boxes, but you might not use plow boxes for the ladders either. So you don't even have to use that. As long as you do the hopscotch, that's fine. And just avoid the box jump. You know, but then they can even do a side plank and elevate their leg on a box, right? Or a stability ball, or even a Bosu ball at that, right? So you got things you can utilize to take away from the TRX. Just add more stability when you go onto the TRX with the you're gonna go on the instability with the stability ball too. So if you have that, it'll be somewhat of a similar purpose of the instability with the straps, right? So utilize the wall for the hinge because I do think that's important, and then just substitute the equipment out and use like a stability ball or something like that for the side plank. Because yeah, definitely because ours is our obviously our trusses is separate, our TRX is separate from the wall, and yeah, your wall is connected with the TRX straps. Most places are.
Yeah, there's bars right there. So yeah,
Yeah,
that's our. Yeah.
yeah.
All right, cool. Next one, we're going into the second circuit. There we go, dumbbell side lunge.
Side lunge, you can alternate or keep it on a single side. I think the video on CloudFit is going to show alternating, but if they want the maximum burn, just teach them, their coach them to say, hey, see on one side, so give it around 4 times, you hit both sides twice with the legs. As you come up, get the single leg balance with the overhead press, you're getting the vertical push there. Toe straight. Always want to say when you go to side lunge, try not to put your toe at an angle that's to put a lot more pressure on your knee. Focus on toe straight, hips back, shoulder square, stay square as you go into a side lunge and play with the range of motion. You don't have to go as deep in the movement either. Just stepping out to the side and driving your hips back is going to be beneficial with the lunge. So again, glute activation, work the quads as you go into that and get a nice stretch and the adductors on the opposite leg that is extended. So just play with range of motion for especially people that are not that have any issues. Don't need to go as deep in their side lunge, but it can still conquer the movement by just stepping out to the side and pressing their hips back. If the overhead press is not for them, focus on a bicep curl. So they can either alternate if they want to take the mind game off of it, like, oh man, what leg I hit last time? Because you get that all the time. Like, I don't know if I did my right leg last or left leg left. They can alternate, or if they just want to really focus on burning out that one leg for that 30 seconds. Again, you're gonna hit both sides twice. They can stay on one single side. Another one here, rope slams, 3 slams, with a walking drum roll is another one you can challenge with height, right? So give them a target, hands up as you go with the slams. They can incorporate a burpee if they want to, be a Jedi, have some fun with it, get 3 slams burpee, and then walk it in with the drum roll. With this one, adding some locomotion to it and power. You can play Onyx, these slams, let the boys be boys, slam is one of my go-tos. Yeah, slam. For a presentation. For that, height, you can challenge height, power, again, speed, give it a target. And another one you would need, so easily we can substitute with the 2 TRX movements, a stability wall or something if you want to keep the wall free for these movements. So wall squat, which will burn up the quads, really getting your thighs parallel to the ground, connecting it back to the wall as well, and your elbows to the wall to really get that full concentration, like more of a concentration curl as you come down. So you don't want the person leaning forward, like have their back against the wall. I even will connect my head to the wall to come up, get the curl as they squat down. So again, depth on this one with the squat, making sure they are parallel, not too low, because the point you're squatting, you're resting. So have them really focus on this one. I do have fun with. I tend to know who I can mess with, and I might like sit on their lap or lay across the lap, to have some more fun with that, with some coaching engagement. But not everybody I'm going to do is who, but people I know I can mess with and have some more fun with. Might do a little lap dance, get some ones, Judgment call. Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
That's good.
There'll be another meeting in HR.
All right. Ladders.
Way
All right,
back when we
ladders.
were during the shutdown, JC and I would comment about how Jeremy could say things to clients that they would laugh at, that would get he or I sued for harassment. It's just, he's got that ability.
It just comes, it goes well, like he just, that's a real asset for you, Jeremy.
I
Unintended, right?
I think it's just because my personality, right? I don't know. It is and I can pull it back when it needs to be, but I can tell you, I feel like, it's really, I don't know, it's respected, I guess. I don't know.
I like the pun, Travis. Nice pun. Well played.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our clients.
Yeah, I
have
think,
always
it's
said
fitness.
that
It's
we have a
fitness.
good
You talk about the
asset.
body all the time. If I could talk to you about your menstrual cycle, I could have a little fun with you, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You can talk to me about
You
it.
want to talk about, your period with me, like, yeah, we can have some fun. I feel like we're at that level now, right? Shoot.
Yeah.
Or you got hemorrhoids, I got that now too. Let's go.
Yeah, I was up 3 pounds of fluid, but it was just from a chickpea thing. I don't know what the hell happened. It was like, I feel like, my water weight fluctuates like a woman myself,
Oh, jeez.
I can relate. Well, I'm like, you think you got problems? I had a little square like this to put me up 3 pounds. All right. So anyway, back
Another agility
back-
ladder with the plow boxes again. Like again, you could easily just focus on the ladder and avoid the plyometrics with the box, especially if you got limited space or limited equipment. It's just again another way to add variety. And you know, the athletes here, the athletes you can build it, even the ones that didn't play sports, it just gives them like that more of like a athletic feel, right? You're working some agility, then you get some power in there with the boxes and stuff. So it's like a 2-for-1 with the equipment. However, I know not everyone has the plow boxes to do it. So just keeping it with the ladders um will still be beneficial with the agility work. And then you can utilize the boxes for something different, like the side plates for for like the chest press. So when people need it to go down and back, they can use that. Hamstring curls, same thing here. If the wall is being utilized for the kettlebells, utilize the stability balls, hips up, and push out, get the full extension of the legs and curl it back in. Same purpose there. You can go single leg as well, so you can progress to single leg. And since we're going around 4 times, you'll hit both sides twice with the legs, right? So really burn up the hammies.
Okay. Then we got the finisher.
And to see a burp. So working some core to see more corrective movements for the core, right? Dead bugs, the downward dog with a shin tap, working with you get shoulder mobility on this one, you're getting hip mobility, hip drive, shoulder stability by coming on a single arm as you come across the body to touch the shin. Then you got your classic bicycle or sitting bicycle and then moving mountain climbers. With a lot of times too, like if somebody's on the turf, I'll get the downsides out. Even on this one, they challenge them with the sliders, right, to add it more, make it more intense. So you can do that too if you have people like they're on the turf or section by the turf, within that finisher. So it's not just you going around cheering them on. You can actually still progress people within the finisher. Bicycles, I might throw mini bands around the arch of their foot to have some added resistance there, and stuff like that. Dead bugs, you could get people. I would really, for anybody, just like, especially with this, just focus on the dead bug button. You have somebody that got it going down, you can always put a jam ball in their hand that they can utilize and come over their head and back up. Just because I know people like that. So for some reason, the people just want to make it more intense than just really just focus on the movement itself. But it's a great movement, and you'll see, obviously, that's one that a lot of people need help on is actually working with the working on a dead bug. So in between, you got your burpees. Burpees always have like that again a higher surface out for them. So for people that don't want to go down to the ground, they can still get their chest to that higher platform, or just work with a squat thrust on a higher platform. And again, if people don't want to utilize that, then that's when you do your squat and your reach, aka street shits. So that is this week's Friday, Monday, Wednesday workout. And that's the quotes. Let me get the quotes written down. I'll take a picture of it so I can put them on it.
Yeah. Glad I'm helping host this because I apologize for not getting that over to you sooner. I'm like, okay,
You're good.
should have done that. All right. I don't know. I'm never doing anything. I don't know why I didn't get that done, Like,
He's a
my
busy man.
my life is so not demanding, not at all. All right. I'm gonna have to plug these in as we go. All right, here we go. All right, boom. Back to, let me stop the recording.